Hi, Assalamualaikum Sir Shafiq. My name is Mikael Akmal, and today I'm going to present or explain about positive punishment and negative punishment. So in behavior modification, punishment refers to any consequences that decreases the likelihood of a behavior recurring. It can be divided into two types, which is positive punishment and negative punishment. Positive punishments involve adding an unpleasant stimulus after a behavior to reduce it, while negative punishment involve removing something pleasant. So for punishment to be effective, it must be consistent, immediate, and paired with reinforcement for the desired behavior. So there's two types of punishment, which is positive punishments and negative punishment. So I'm going to share a video or a scene that has positive punishments and negative punishment in it.
You're going to be doing some lines for me today, Mr. Potter. No, not with your quill. I'm going to be using a rather special one of mine. Now, I want you to write, "I must not tell lies."
How many times?
Well, let's say for as long as it takes for the message to sink in.
You haven't given me any ink.
Oh, you won't need any ink. Yes?
Nothing.
That's right. Because you know, deep down, you deserve to be punished. Don't you, Mr. Potter? Go on.
Okay, based on the scene 1, Harry Potter is punished by Professor Umbridge after he talks back and insists that Voldemort has returned, which is something the Ministry of Magic denies. So as punishment, Umbridge makes Harry write the sentence "I must not tell lies" repeatedly using a magical quill. However, instead of using ink, the quill painfully carved the words into Harry's skin, causing him visible pain. So behavioral concept of this scene is positive punishment. Okay, what is positive punishment? Positive punishment happens when an unpleasant stimulus is added after an unwanted behavior to reduce the likelihood of the behavior happening again. So in this scene, based on the behavior, Harry talks back and challenges Umbridge's authority. The added consequences is Umbridge makes him use the cursed quill, which causes pain. And for the effect, the painful experience serves as deterrent that can discouraging Harry and other students from speaking out again. Why is it a positive punishment? It's an aversive stimulus, which is painful punishment, is added after the behavior. The goal of painful punishment is to decrease the unwanted behavior, which is disobedience or defiance. It also clearly demonstrates how punishment can control behavior through fear or discomfort. So the purpose of the punishment is to make Harry learn his lesson and discourage him and others from defying school rules or spreading what Umbridge sees as lies. So in behavioral terms, Umbridge is attempting to reduce undesirable behavior through painful consequences. So there are some factors that can make it ineffective. for positive punishment for this kind of context. Number one is immediacy. The punishment happens right after Harry's defiance, which makes it effective in linking the behavior to the consequences. Number two is intensity. The punishment is extremely harsh, which is too intense, which can cause fear or resentment instead of learning. Number three is consistency. Professor Umbridge applies strict punishment consistently, reinforcing her authority. And number four, clarity. Harry clearly understands what behavior led to the punishment, though he disagrees with it morally. So these are the types of factors that can make positive punishment ineffective in this context. While this is a textbook case of positive punishment, it also shows the ethical problems with overly harsh punishment. In real-life learning, such intense methods can cause emotional trauma rather than proper behavior correction. So you have to play your role as an educator to make sure your punishment is not too harsh and suitable for the situation. Next is scene 2, which is negative punishment.
Your father and I have talked, and we've decided on your punishment.
Greg, you're grounded for 2 weeks. Also, no video games for 2 weeks.
Roderick, you may only drive to and from school for the next month. As the ringleader, you are also grounded for a month.
Mom, I'm sorry, and I won't do it again.
I know you won't. And to make sure, we're also not allowing you to perform in the talent show.
What? No. No, you can't do that. Ground me for a year. I don't care, but you have to let me play in that show. This could be my big break.
I'm sorry.
Dad, come on. This isn't fair. I just got Bill in the band.
Actually, Roderick, that doesn't help your case. Bill's kind of a jerk.
Our decision is final.
Based on scene 2, Greg heavily gets into trouble for his behavior, such as lying, teasing, or causing chaos at school. So when his parents find out, they ground him and take away his privilege and make him stay at home as punishment. So the behavioral concept of this context is negative punishment. What is negative punishment? Negative punishment occurs when something good, or in this case freedom, is taken away after an undesirable behavior to reduce the likelihood of that behavior happening again. So in this scene, based on the behavior, Greg misbehaved, which is lying or causing trouble. So the consequences of his behavior is his parent takes away his freedom and ground him. So the effects of the punishment is Greg feels unhappy and frustrated. So the unpleasant experience discourages him from repeating the same misbehavior. So why is it a negative punishment? Because something good or a privilege, which is he can go out, hang out with his friend, are taken away by his parents after Greg's behavior. So the goal is to reduce or stop his misbehavior, and it also teaches Greg that bad actions have consequences. So the purpose of the punishment is to teach children accountability and discourage repeating unwanted behavior. So there's a factors that can make it effective, such as number 1, immediacy. The punishment happens right after the misbehavior. Number 2 is consistency. Parents must enforce the rule every time Greg misbehaves. Number 3, appropriate intensity. Not too harsh, but strong enough to discourage the action. Number 4, clarity. Greg understands why he's grounded. So these are the explanation of positive punishment and negative punishments. So for conclusion, in real life, the punishment in Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which stated in scene 2, would be more effective and appropriate than the one in Harry Potter, which stated in scene 1. So Greg being grounded is a reasonable and non-harmful consequences that teaches responsibility and self-control when applied fairly and consistently. In contrast, Professor Umbridge from Harry Potter, punishment is excessively harsh and unethical, causing pain and fear rather than genuine learning. While both are examples of positive punishment and negative punishment, only Greg's situation promotes real behavioral improvement, whereas Professor Umbridge's method would likely lead to resentment and emotional harm. That's all from me. Thank you.